Hey! A big hand for that weird noise that keeps happening. That was good. Right, so my name's Jackie Hagan, and you might notice that where many of you have got a tube of meat, I've got a pillar of glitter and gone for the cheap seats. Thanks. And that's because I had my leg off 4 years ago, and when I left the hospital they gave me a list of things to avoid, and one of them was falling over. And a few things start happening when you have your leg off. Number one is you get called brave every 5 minutes just for like eating a Twix. And number two, every taxi driver tells me that I could be a Paralympian. I mean, you could be an Olympian, couldn't you? And third is that everyone asks me if it hurts to have your leg cut off. So I use all my powers of, poetry and persuasion to sum up the pain, and it's this. You know when you stub your toe? Well, fuck off. And if there's any kids who've sort of sneaked in, then just know that if you swear too many times before the age of 30, your leg falls off, just in case. So this poem I'm going to do, I think I might just do one. I'll keep this. We've all got lives to lead, haven't we? And wonderful music to come on. So this poem, when I was in hospital, it was like a boot camp in coping. I used to be shit at life. I couldn't put a duvet cover on without getting stuck inside. I didn't eat my crusts until the age of 30. And then there was two women in hospital who taught me a lot of things. One was Barbara the nurse, who had a face like a hen party. And the second one was Edna, right, who was an old woman in the next bed to me for 5 months. And Edna was 73 and she looked like a threadbare tennis ball with eyes. And she hated scousers, manx, swearing, toddlers, wisdom, jumble sales, my tattoos, my face, my hair, me. And above all, nurses. Now, I loved Edna, she had balls, I could see her in leather. So this poem is dedicated to Edna, and this is an advice poem. It's a list of advice to get me from one end of the day to the other, and it's called You Can't See Through Another Man's Eyelids. 1. Don't cut off your face to spite someone else's face. 2. Don't cut off your face. 3. A bullsweet pause in someone else's mouth doesn't necessarily mean it's time for you to speak. 4. You're probably not as ugly as you think you are. You are a generous buffet of crisps. 5. The minimum fill line on a kettle is real. 6. Don't be mean to fumbling people. The effort they put into punchlines. People can fly when you don't make them feel self-conscious about it. 7. Romanticize the repetitive clunk. 8. Give your pets a heroic aura. 9. I come from a town where the barmaids have tits and the fellas are homophobic, but in a nice way. You're weird and you're short and your ma tells me you're gay, but I knew your dad and he was witty and so are you. You're alright, you love, yeah? Weird hair. 10. If you're working class, you inherit anger. If you're middle class, you inherit manners. And a house. The fucking shit I've had for that line, Jesus Christ. Not getting houses anymore, the middle classes, are they? And it's all my fault. Very upset they're not getting houses in the future. To that I say, well, if you're worried about that, what do you think the working classes feel about losing their actual fucking houses? And then they don't give me a fag after that. 11. 11. The fight for sexual equality is not between men and women, it's between people and dickheads. Yeah. Thank you. See, when you clap, I can drink. 13. It's alright, I've got to keep it. I've got to save it for in a minute, for a really endearing little trick. 13, or wherever the fuck, I'm not a mathematician, am I? 13. No one looks like Kate Moss, including Kate Moss. 14. If I could stay in that moment where the tennis ball reaches its height and takes a breath before remembering to fall, in that moment, sunset feels like acceptance. 48. Unsolicited advice can make you sound like a tool. Thank you. Clap.